I think it's safe to say that TF2 right now has a bot problem. I don't think that's an unfair statement. I think it is fairly true. TF2 right now is infested with bots. And I thought it was about time that I talked about them as a collective in a video. So that's what we're going to do today. There's quite a few different bots and quite a lot of things that I want to talk about in this video. So we might jump around a little bit. So please just bear with me. I promise there's a point to this video. I think by the time this video goes out, we should have hit 73,000 subscribers or something like that. So if we have, a massive thank you to anyone who has been subscribing over the last few days. You are awesome. If we haven't hit that yet, then, please subscribe so we can hit it. We are very, very close. And also, if you're new and might not be subbed, you should probably click the button. Don't make me bring the statistics out again. I will do it, but you get annoyed, so I won't today. I think we should just start a little bit simple here. The Spikey Mikey bots came back for a little bit. I think that they are already gone again, but they did come back. I had a load of people complaining that they literally couldn't get a game without the Spikey Mikey bots in EU servers where I was playing, and I couldn't find a single one when I was trying to find them in games. Obviously, I didn't make them. There's going to be a bigger point about that in a minute, but I didn't make those bots, and I can't find them anywhere, but people are telling me they're finding them in every single game. I don't understand how that works. I only know that they were a thing again because I was getting multiple messages from different people saying that I needed to turn them off and that I was a loser or something like that for making them. When you didn't make them, it kind of hurts being called a loser because, you didn't do anything to deserve that. But I just want to reiterate, in case you've been living under a rock, those bots weren't me. I didn't make them. People are going around impersonating all sorts of members of the community. Which is what I'm going to talk about a little bit now. There have been a lot of bots going around impersonating YouTubers, streamers, big community figures, literally everything. They're impersonating pretty much anyone they can who has sort of a platform or something like that, just to make them look bad and to get abuse sent to that person they are impersonating and, maybe make them quit. I don't know what the end goal is, but I think it's just to be annoying. When the Spikey Mikey bots first happened, I feel like it was because they wanted to try and hurt my YouTube channel or make it... I don't know if they ever thought that would kill my YouTube channel because, come on, hopefully people are a little bit smarter than that. But, I don't know why they did it, but they made me look bad by making the bots. So people were sending me abuse, people were unsubscribing from my channel because of them. And yeah, it wasn't even me. They've done this basically with a load of other Twitch streamers and YouTubers and people I've seen on Twitter and stuff like that as well. It's a lot. And it's making a lot of people in the community look bad when it wasn't even them that did it. So if you see a bot with somebody else's name on it, like a Twitch streamer's name or a YouTuber's name, it's pretty safe to assume that they did not make those bots and that you should not be sending abuse to any of these people. I really thought we as a community would have understood the point by now that these bots aren't the people that they say they are, but no, people are just sending abuse anyway. So the people who are being impersonated don't only have to deal with the fact that they are being impersonated, but they also have to deal with the abuse from the people who think they made the bots when they didn't do it and who probably aren't fact checking anything. So that is crazy. It seems to me that these types of bots only really appear for a few days or weeks and then disappear again. Has anybody else noticed that with some of these bots? The Disco Mouse bots. They were everywhere a few weeks ago for a few days, and now I haven't seen a single one. And the Can You Quack bots, I never saw one of those in a game, so I'm not sure. But people are telling me that they've disappeared as well, and I haven't heard anything about them recently. So, are those ones gone as well? I also think it's a little bit weird that some people can find loads and loads and loads of bots in every single game, and then I only get one or two, maybe. So I don't know if that's a level thing or anything else, or my region I'm playing in or whatever. It's just kind of weird, and I don't understand it. I only found one Spikey Mikey bot the day that it happened, the day I made my first video about them. I found one bot after 2 hours of just rejoining casual servers over and over again. That was the first one I found, and it got kicked straight away. So I don't know how I'm only seeing one of them in 2 hours of searching, and people are finding them in every single game. It might be to do with the fact that I am almost a tier 3 in the level system, but then some of these people who are finding all of these bots might not even be tier 2 yet, so they might be lower leveled, and new accounts and stuff like that will be casual level 1, so I'm assuming that is why. So they're not putting level 1s in servers with like almost tier 3s, I guess. I might actually use my alt account for a stream just to see how many different bots we find and if that theory is even right. So make sure you follow me on Twitch if you want to see something like that. I'll be doing that over the next couple of days. I think the most recent bots that are in servers right now are the MYGOT bots, and those have been the most persistent to stay, it feels like. For those of you who haven't had the misfortune to run into one of these bots at all yet, they are basically bots that just spam racist stuff and have cheats installed to ruin your game, not only if you ever wanted to read the chat or type anything in it, but just wanted to play the game normally too. It's just really sad. Luckily, this community isn't stupid. We kick the bots pretty much straight away, but when there's more than one of them in a game, it kind of gets difficult because they all vote no for the other cheaters being kicked, but then, you know, real players are trying to kick them. They can't because there's a team of them, so you're just going to have to end up finding another game, which isn't a massive deal, but I'd rather not have to do that every time. I actually found loads of these types of bots when I was queuing with my friends, and it was most of their first times or second times or something like that playing TF2, and the games were just full of them, which really sucks for like a new player getting into the game. It was every single game, and it's going to ruin new players' experiences completely. Like, if a new player joins and they get attacked with bots the whole time, like, that's not going to be fun, and you're probably not going to play that game again. A lot of you guys were linking me to Paze's new script he wrote, which attempts to auto-detect bots and call a vote to kick them, or let the enemy know that they have a cheater on their team if they're not on the same team as you. This seems like a really, really cool idea, and I've been following some of the tweets that show up on my Twitter, and it seems that it's still in progress and has a few bugs to fix, but once it's done, I feel like this would be a really cool little script to have running to try and make the games a little bit more bot-free for once. I've seen a lot of stuff like the bots maybe countering it already or something like that, which is a bit of a shame, but I'm eager to see what comes of this whole thing. And if it ends up helping, I will definitely be using this thing because I'd like to auto-kick cheaters, really. I think the most important thing to note here is that I don't think these bots will kill TF2. Let's think about this properly for a second. Valve probably know about these bots. Apparently they read forums, they read Reddit posts and all of that stuff, so they do seem to know what is going on in the community. Whether or not it feels like that is a completely different story, but they probably know that these bots exist, right? If Valve have a big drop of players suddenly quitting because of these bots, hopefully that means they will step in and counter that problem. Maybe they're already trying to make a counter to the bots like right now, but we don't actually know, and I don't think that we will know unless the bots just randomly disappear, or Valve put out a statement or something like that saying they're working on it, or saying they've released something to make it like fixed, but we won't know, and that's the problem with the way Valve works right now, but we're just going to have to trust them. But realistically, Valve don't want to lose TF2 as a moneymaker for them. While it won't be making as much as CS or Dota will, TF2 still makes Valve a lot of money. So they aren't going to let that die because of some 12-year-old kid in his basement using bots to try and be edgy and racist to people. Like, they might not care to update TF2 right now, but they'd prefer not to lose the money that TF2 makes them, so they will remove bots if that's harming the fact that they can make a lot of money. They're a business, they like money, and if something's threatening their money, then they'll fix the problem. It's just like the lag bots. They were threatening the whole state of TF2. So many people were going to quit because of those bots if they lasted much longer. Valve came in, fixed them within a day or two. So that proves that they do care if bots are overrunning the game. We will just have to see what happens over the next few weeks. And if for some reason people were worried about this will not make me quit TF2 at all. I believe this bot problem is something that will only last a little while and will not be the permanent state of TF2 forever. I think eventually the bots will be gone, whether that be that the bot makers actually get bored because they're not getting the reaction they want anymore, or, you know, Valve do step in and do something about it. Either way, I'm not sure which one that's going to be, actually, to be fair. It could be the bots just leaving because they're like, we're not getting the reaction we want anymore, we're out. But I personally will not be quitting because of the bots, because once they're kicked, they really aren't that big a deal. And I know for a fact that they will be gone at some point. Valve aren't going to let this become the state of the game. Promise you that. Obviously, I don't know other people's experiences with the bots, and some people might have it a lot worse than me. I consider myself quite lucky with how I've had to deal with these bots. Like, the max amount of bots I've ever had on a server is 3, and we still somehow managed to kick a load of them. So I feel like I'm quite lucky. It might be a bit different for everyone else, but yeah, it's, you know, it's going to be annoying for a bit, but it will go. I've still got so many videos I need to make on this game. I can't leave now, so I'm not going to. Anyway, that is going to do it for the video, guys. I hope you all enjoyed it. If you see bots in servers, try and kick them. Do some good for the community. We really could do with a bit of that right now. Even in random servers, just being nice to people, man. Like, it's really not that hard. And you can make somebody's day completely by just being nice. So that's all I have to say for the end of this video. If you did enjoy, then please make sure you leave the video a like and also subscribe to the channel if you're new. And I will see you all tomorrow with another video. Goodbye.